IVM.
Welcome to the 20th episode of Absolutely Right. I'm your host Aditi Surana. Thank you so much for all your love and trust that we have received in the last 10 weeks. As a high performance coach, I keep inviting people to try new things that seem uncomfortable. Questions that are really difficult to answer when it comes to your old belief. I experiment with people's skills. You're absolutely right if you have already noticed that I do the same on our podcast. Some Bollywood movies like Dangal, Chak De, Iqbal have taught us that a coach can do wonders only if given a chance. So, what is our game here? What am I coaching you on? The game we are mastering here is to gamify the challenges of everyday life. Post lockdown, when we open the doors to the new normal, we will be surrounded by economic, financial, emotional, medical, and social upheaval. If we do not want these inevitable challenges to engulf us, then we have to tackle them efficiently. Our old processing tools will require an upgrade. Today, I will be discussing the 5 pillars of a powerful Japanese principle called Ikigai. It means the reason for being, the reason to wake up. It's a sense of being connected to something deeper and more meaningful than day-to-day survival, a quality that brings richness and fulfillment to our lives. Pillar 1, starting small. Pillar 2, releasing yourself. Pillar 3, harmony and sustainability. Pillar 4, the joy of small things. Pillar 5, being in the here and now. I believe in the gift of tough times. You may agree with me. The lessons learned in the toughest phases of our lives have shaped us in ways we could have never imagined. It has crafted most of our winning streaks. In 2018, a friend gifted me a little white book with some minimalistic orange circular drawings on the cover. Ikigai. I struggle to pronounce the word. Ikigai by the author called Ken Mogi. The subtitle had me hooked though. How the Japanese wake up to joy and purpose every day. Wow, every day? That year I spent reading and gifting as many Ikigai books as I could. The word Ikigai literally consists of Iki, which means to live, and Gai, which means the reason. Most of you must have seen that diagram of 4 intersecting circles with word Ikigai written at the center. The easiest way to think about Ikigai is in your professional life to find an intersection or the common ground between what do you love, what do you care about, what the world needs, and what can you get paid for. Ikigai is the purpose at the center of these 4 circles. Look for your answers to these questions. Let me give you an example. If I implement the model of Ikigai to my own profession, I would say, what do I love? I love to analyze handwritings and people. I would have taken this as my hobby anyways. What do I care about? I care about personal growth and transformation. What does the world need? The world needs tools and methods to find calmness and balance to solve emotional, cognitive, and even behavioral challenges. Can I get paid for it? Not in the beginning, it wasn't the easiest career, but after some entrepreneurial hustles and a lot of other training, over the last few years, now I do get paid very well, especially for living your purpose and following your passion and enjoying every single day. I'm not complaining. After all my research on Ikigai, I have come to realize that it can be available in every action that we take. We need not look at it only from a professional angle. The pillars will be helpful for us to understand how do we experience Ikigai in the times to come. Pillar number 1, starting small. According to Ikigai, it does not matter what you do. Mopping the floor, organizing papers, or talking to a client. Treat the work you do as if you were the most efficient person on this planet. Do it diligently and carefully. Be attentive and focus on attaining the best results you can at the moment. The Japanese believe in Kodavari or Kodavari. Kodavari is a personal standard to which an individual adheres to in a committed manner. I meet a lot of people who build their own sense of self-worth based on their professional or financial success. They feel at some level their net worth is their self-worth. This puts them under enormous amount of pressure. Kodavari is contrary to that approach. It's the pursuit of excellence in small actions, getting your T correct, making sure that the piece that you write has the complete creativity that you would like it to have. It needs attention, open-mindedness, and commitment. Pillar number 2, releasing yourself. In Indian Gurukuls and in Japanese Zen temples, once the disciple joins, no matter who he is not treated any differently than the other fellow disciples. There isn't any merit system. No matter how much work you do, how well you perform, or how good you are in your meditation, you will receive no brownie points, no praise. You're not recognized, not celebrated, you're not even validated for your performance. Can you imagine a world like this? Can you imagine social media like this? No likes, no comments on your Instagram post. You would only post things that matter to you. Write those words. Clicking that picture, sharing that message can be genuinely fulfilling if you do it without any external validation. It sounds slightly complicated, I agree. But in this lockdown, you have done many things without seeking anybody's validation. How did you feel about that? Pillar number 3, harmony and sustainability. Ken Mogi, the author of the book Ikigai, says, a mindset with the drive to win can lead to great innovations. But the same mindset can also lead to excessive stress and instability, both for the society and the individuals. After being in the lockdown for last 6 to 8 weeks, we all have realized that. The rule survival of the fittest might be applicable to the animal kingdom. However, for us, sustainability is an art of life. A man is like a forest. He is an individual, yet connected and dependent on others for growth. Pillar 4, the joy of small things. Ikigai believes that satisfaction comes when you create something from start to finish, when people take pleasure and satisfaction in both the process and the result. I have studied this principle in many high-performance routines. It is important to understand that you might have a 9-to-5 job, but you can still aim to do at least one thing you love to do every single day. Whatever your hobby might be, eating vegetables you grow in your home garden, greeting customers with a smile, writing short stories. You're not bound by any standards. You're free to do whatever you want, no matter how insignificant it may seem to others. You must keep at it. Every single day, do at least one thing that you love to do. Pillar 5, being in the here and now. Based on the concept of flow presented by an Austrian psychiatrist Mihai Csikszentmihalyi, Ikigai talks about pleasure in work. Work becomes an end in itself rather than something to be endured as means of achieving something else, Mihai believes. Finding happiness in one's efforts and enjoying the journey is the most important challenge in life. Write an article even if no one may read it. Draw a picture when nobody is watching. Work out when nobody is there to see your progress. I use ingenious way of inducing flow through a handwriting stroke called flow of thoughts. This continuous stream of letter S practiced in a certain manner can bring a tremendous amount of calmness and flow in many walks of life. Check out the exact details in today's fun sheet. If you're new here, let me fill you in. On our Friday episode, we designed a printable worksheet with activity, questions, and learnings around the episode topic. Download it from aditisurana.com/podcast. Print it if you can. This week we have created a list of questions that you can journal with to find your own reason to wake up every day. I know Ikigai can be a tough concept to understand. You might take time. Please ask questions, read more about it, do your own research. This concept is worth exploring. I would like to know what were your takeaways from today's episode. What small action will you be taking to improve something in your life? Write to me on my Instagram account, Aditi Surana. Next week, I will be interviewing Ayushi Amin. She is a co-host of IVM's popular show, Agla Station Adulthood. Let's connect on Wednesday. Till then, happy writing!
I hope you enjoyed that show. We'd like to thank our sponsors this week, Paytm Money. While we're still going through lockdown, let me recommend a few quick shows for you to listen to. Check out Uncle Please Sit with Joel and Tushar. Really enjoy that show. They unpack some of the greater issues that we're facing, and I think you'll enjoy that. Also, do check out The Traveling Professor. That's a fun show that I think you're really going to enjoy as well. Fulia Bazi is a great show. It's a Hindi show about policy and things like that. They had a great episode last week. A close friend of mine from college, Joy Paul, was the guest. They talk about different social networks being used for different things. Very cool show. And lastly, let me tell you about Simplified. Simplified did a live episode last week, and we're making the first part of that available on their feed right now. So do definitely check that out. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Thanks, and please do keep listening.
Sachin Tendulkar, Virat Kohli, Don Bradman, and now Cyrus Brocha. Okay, probably not in the right company. I mean, Don Bradman is Australian. But it's called Cyrus Says, a wonderful show about everything. Find the show on the IVM Podcast app, ivmpodcast.com, or wherever you listen to podcasts.